Good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whenever and wherever you happen to be watching this video from. I'm Bob. Thank you for checking out my channel if you're here for the first time, and welcome back to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I'm so happy you're back, and I'm glad I'm back because I think it's been about a month since I've made a new video. Speaking of that, I'm so happy to announce that I just got to 360 subscribers, so thank you very much to everyone who hit that button. I really appreciate it. If you are new here, I'm Bob, aka Japan So Far. Like I said, I make videos about my career in consulting, living abroad here in Japan. I also make videos about shopping, travel, and a lot of other fun stuff. So if you feel like that content would be interesting to you, I'd love it if you would hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram. Now, let's get into the video. This is going to be a career-based video about me starting a career in consulting later in life. I know most people go into consulting straight out of college. They get recruited and go through a recruitment process. And if they're successful, they get an entry-level job in a consulting firm. But my experience was a little bit different than that. So for you guys watching, have you had to switch careers later in life? And if so, were you successful? Please comment down below letting me know what your experience was, and also let me know what other types of videos you would like to see from this channel. So to start my story, let's hop in a time machine and rewind back to 2018. I was in grad school at the time, and I was also in the military. And I knew two things. One, that I wanted to work in consulting, and two, that I wanted to get out of the military. And the reasons for wanting to get out of the military, I will not get into in this video, but I will make a video about it coming up in the future. So be looking out on my channel for that. So like I said, I was in the military, in the Air Force, and during my Air Force career, I had two jobs. When I started in the Air Force, I started working on aircraft, so I worked on fighter jets like the F-15, F-16. I also worked on cargo jets like the KC-135 and the C-130. But later in my Air Force career, I was able to switch into a role of financial and resource management. And that was when I really saw how financial and resource management can impact an organization in both a positive and negative way. In this role, I learned about budgetary accounting, how to control the flow of money through a large organization, and I also learned about how to spend on the right things at the right times. I also got put in charge of a lot of different kinds of accounts like travel accounts, purchase card accounts, and I learned a lot about contracting and procurement processes. So after this experience, I really felt like this was the way to make the biggest impact, and that financial and resource management was really a good vehicle for driving organizational change. But maybe more importantly, I saw what could happen in an organization if you are not careful about where and how you spend money, and how failing to do that can really tear an organization apart. Mostly because if you're not spending on the right things at the right times, the people in that organization will feel like leadership is not taking care of them. So, and I'm sorry if like my story kind of seems disconnected. This is going somewhere, I promise. So when I was 33, I got out of the Air Force. I had finished grad school and gotten an MBA, but there was a problem in that I didn't have a job and I really needed one. So enter networking. This is something I've talked about on my channel before, but I think networking is so important, and it's a good tool to have in your toolbox when you're looking to maybe advance your career, change careers, or even if you're just looking for a job to get your foot in the door somewhere. It was through connections that I had made in grad school that I was able to learn about opportunities at a firm here in Okinawa that specialized in resource and financial management, which aligned with what I was doing in the Air Force prior to getting out. So I submitted a resume, did an interview, and ended up getting a job offer letter. But there was an issue. Originally, I had gotten the job offer letter to start working in October, and I had gotten out of the Air Force in September. And this is September and October of 2019. So I thought I was going to get out of the military and go right into a job in consulting. Well, October came and I got the unfortunate news that hiring was going to be delayed until February of the next year. So now we're talking February of 2020. So I hadn't lost my offer to work for a consulting firm, but it was going to be delayed by about 5 months. And now I'm stuck deciding, do I wait or do I start to look somewhere else for work? Well, since I was unemployed and I had a family to support, I decided to start looking, but hoping and praying that I would not have to end up accepting any job offers that may have came in. I had been waiting for an opportunity to work in consulting for a long time, and I was financially prepared to wait for a while, but I knew that I couldn't wait forever. So after a very long winter between 2019 and 2020, I finally got notified in February of 2020 that I would be given a start date and would be, in fact, starting with the firm at the end of February of 2020. And I was very apprehensive at first because I had had less experience than a lot of people at the firm that were my age, having switched careers later in the Air Force and not started out in a role of finance and resource management. However, luckily, even though I don't really believe in luck, I was paired up with some really great people in the firm who taught me a lot about the industry, and the project manager who brought me on board really understood what my background was and knew where to place me in the firm that would best benefit the client. After almost 4 years in the industry, I have no regrets. I love working and engaging with our client here in Japan. I love debating over issues with my team to bring forward the best solutions. And I enjoy the constant challenge as our clients' needs are constantly shifting and they're always needing new products, new ideas, new solutions, etc. And that is what I'm here to provide to them as a consultant. Well, everyone, that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one.